Yo, how's everybody doing? Let's talk about the emotional roller coaster of debt. Let's keep it short. Hey guys, to be honest, I'm in San Diego. My aunt's house doesn't have AC. It's the heat wave, and I am getting smoke checked. I turned off the fan to record this. Man, I am drenched in sweat. I feel like I'm in Afghanistan again. But anyway, let's kick it. All right, debt. Let's talk about it. Do you have it? Do you want to get rid of it? I do. Right. So right now I'm moving, I'm transitioning. And so I probably racked up like 2 grand of credit card debt that I'm going to pay off next month. I still hate it. I hate it. I know it's temporary. I know I have $250,000 in the bank, but man, like I hate it. But sometimes it's easier just to put it on your card and deal with it once the ball of stress is over and just deal with it as you need. Right. Sometimes it's, you don't want to lower your cash reserves, for things that are known. Right. Cash is for unknown. Anyway, off topic. But anyway, so the quick story is, guys, I got to stop and drink some water, man. I'm overheating. The quick story is, I did at 20 years in the Marine Corps. I was selected for E9, and I thought that that moment was going to be the end all be all of money. It was $1,000 a month pay raise, right? Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, it was not, right? I was still struggling. I didn't know we were making moves. We were, comfortable, right? I wasn't complaining, but why can't I go take my wife to $100 dinner, right? You know what I mean? That was my main thing. Like, why do I need to like prepare for a month to like spend $150? It's ridiculous. So, and debt is bad. Some people say debt's the devil. I agree with it, right? So, the ultimate form of gaslighting, you working hard for money, thinking that you're going to get ahead at some point. Okay. Not only do you have to work and provide and pay expenses, you need to save for college. You need to save for your kids' college. You got to have a vacation every once in a while. You got to have a house. I mean, all all in one lifetime. Okay, that American dream costs $5 million. Check out the video I did on that. $5 million at least, and we have zero financial. I left the house at 18 with $10 in my pocket. Nowhere close to 5 million. Okay, so if you're in debt, I'm not going to say that it's not your fault, but the information, you probably don't have it. Okay. Now, what emotions does debt cause? I say it's three of them, right? It's a lot more, but stress. So oh, by the way, grab the book. All right, the book, man, it's a good looking book, by the way. Stress, fear, and anxiety. Okay, so let's go through stress, right? So the stress was, I lost my place. The stress part was what? It was that you need to get that promotion. Okay, it wasn't like, oh man, I have all this debt. It was, you need the promotion. You need to, do what the boss says. You need to. That's called being a slave. Okay, it's a very passive way of being a slave or indebted, but it is. Your boss knows you need the promotion. He knows certain things, or she knows certain things, right? They can leverage your need for money to make you do things you don't want to do. All right. The definition of toxic: doing things you don't want to do, but you're doing it because you need the money to pay off debt. Okay. Debt, every time you pay debt, you're taking away from your future. All right. Like I said, I do use my credit card from when in between and transition. Like when I was in Japan for 2 years, the first couple months I had to use the credit card just to, get everything settled and say I spent $2,000, bought a Mac computer. And then over the next, 2 months, I paid it off. And then I'm set for like a year and a half. Now I moved again. And, I had to buy a new TV, new desk at IKEA, blah, 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 right? So instead of worrying about it and trying to use cash reserves, I just put on credit and then I'll take it out of cash flow, right? So I might not invest as much over the next couple months to pay down the debt. Got it. All right. But I know if I need to bail myself out, I have the resources, right? my stress level is zero, right? My annoyance level is high, but my stress level is zero. Okay. Anxiety. You get anxiety because you don't know the future, right? So at one point, me and my wife had like $77,000 worth of debt. I wrote that book, $77,000 worth of debt, right? And so I remember, oh man, that's a good story. Uh, I won't tell it because it's so long, but long story short, the credit card company, I had like $2,000 on my credit card, nothing crazy. And it was an $8,000 limit, right? But my house went underwater, and then they just cut my house. They cut my credit card from 8,000 to like 2,400. So now I had like only 400 available. It's ridiculous, right? So that was anxiety because I knew in an emergency situation I would have to make all these moves to bail us out, right? Now I can either take it from cash flow, take it from my savings, or I can use leverage. And if something happens like an AC, I could go to my M1 Finance and grab that, right? So I have resources. I have the ability to solve my own problems, right? So my anxiety about the unknown is low, if none, right? There's not too many emergencies that, I have medical coverage. So there's not too many emergencies that are going to require what? More than 10,000 max. And that's the top. Most problems in your life are probably $3,000 problems at max, right? You have your AC and some other in your roof, right? So that's 10. That's about it, right? So my anxiety is very low. And then fear. The fear comes from thinking that people are going to find out and think that you're a fraud, right? You're trying to live right. You have a beat up car. You're not spending on shoes, and you're like, man, why is the money not adding up? The money's not adding up because you have no leverage. Okay, you leveraging yourself is not leverage. You going to work and working for money is not leverage. You buying a dividend stock, and now that dividend stock is working for you and paying you, is leverage. You starting a business, and now your books are leveraging. Okay, a website. Okay, so Google is leveraging your website to find you new customers, new people to introduce to. Right, so you renting a room is leverage. Okay, you going to work every day is not leverage. It's you going to work every day. So it's very hard to get yourself out. Some people choose to live below their means and recycle their toilet paper and eat oatmeal for 8 years just to get, 100 grand. Sure. Or we can read a book and learn about this stuff. Okay. So overcoming your limiting emotions. Start small. The hardest part is saying, I'm not satisfied with my life. Okay. Not saying you're not happy. I'm not satisfied. I want to be able to pay all my bills, have $1,000 left over every month, and invest 500 of that money, and spend 500 on things I want to do. Cool. If you can get yourself to say that, you're golden. Can you get yourself to say that? Right. Most people it's easier just to close your eyelids and pray that everything's gonna be okay and you're living a good life and you have a better car than somebody, right? But is that really what you want to do? Okay. Here are some resources, right? These are some books, free books I have, free articles, books. Okay. And let me wrap it up. I hear my aunt coming up. So let me wrap it up. Conclusion is, it's okay not to know. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I don't want all this debt. Okay. I don't want these emotions. Now, the tricky part is you don't know you have these emotions. You won't know you have these emotions until you pay off your debt. That's the tricky part. Okay. That's the tricky part. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here before somebody knocks on my door. But grab the books, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.